Minnesota Vikings rookie wide receiver Jordan Addison has been making headlines for all the wrong reasons over the last couple of days. And before he's even played it down for the Minnesota Vikings, I mean, some Vikings fans are already ready to write him off. But the whole going to $140 in a 55 on 94 at 3 in the morning on Thursday just was not a good look. And yes, he wants to go fast. And yes, blah, 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 blah. Straight line speed was an issue of his in the draft process and yada, yada, yada. Now, Addison has took ownership of the situation. I respect that he apologized, and hopefully he does learn from this. But there's some things that he has to do right now. And you would hate to see a kid throw his career away. Now, this is obviously not on the level of a Henry Ruggs situation. This is not on the level of a Jalen Carter situation. But if the kid is constantly putting himself in bad situations, something bad's going to happen. And it could potentially cost him his career, especially here in Minnesota. But he's a talented kid, Biletnikoff Award winner in 2021, did great things at USC last year with Caleb Williams. So he has a chance to be one of the best young receivers in the game and the best receiver from this draft class. He runs squeaky, clean routes. He's got great hands. He's a threat at all three levels. And he does have a chance, and he's in a great spot working opposite of Justin Jefferson, working opposite of TJ Hockenson and KJ Osborne. For him to learn and really grow and show. But there's a couple things he has to do. Number one, he needs to link up with Chris Carter. Now, after Addison was drafted, he was brought into DC Performance Center Bar and Grill, had a great phone conversation with Chris Carter, and Chris Carter said, hey, I'm going to get you all my information. You've landed in a great spot. You need to be thanking God that you're in this awesome organization. And Chris Carter, he's been there. Obviously a speeding ticket is not the same as what Chris Carter went through with drugs and alcohol issues that derailed his NFL career in Philadelphia. Ultimately, Buddy Ryan had to put him on waivers, and the Vikings picked up his contract for $100, and then he had a Hall of Fame career. But Chris Carter, he's extremely wise. Like, he understands the preciousness and precariousness of an NFL career and a legacy and life-changing and generational changing money and legacy and all that stuff, because Chris Carter was that close to losing everything. He was, and he fought back. And CC did a great job mentoring Randy Moss, and he's reached out to a lot of young Vikings throughout the years, and he reached out to Addison. And Jordan Addison, he's got the number. He needs to reach out. He needs to have a true heart-to-heart, come-to-Jesus type conversation with Chris Carter just to make sure. Addison said, I'm going to learn from this and not repeat the behavior. Make sure that that's true. I know that that's boilerplate and what you're supposed to say in times like this, but make sure this is true. Make sure that this is not the first of many things that derail a career. Make sure that this is a one-off. It's like, oh, hey, Jordan Addison, multi-time Pro Bowler and all-pro receiver. I remember when he had a speeding ticket before he played a single down in the NFL? That was funny. All that stuff, man. And also, he's got great resources beyond, Justin Jefferson, who showed himself to be a pro's pro at even a young age. KJ Osborne is extremely wise and puts in that work too. Plus, Keenan McCardle is one of the best wide receiver coaches in the game. He's going to be moving up soon, should be an OC, maybe even a head coach someday. He just gets it. Like, he understands his players. He's been one himself. He's seen the ups and downs of this league, and obviously he'll give Addison good advice, but it's up to Addison to follow it. And Addison needs to do a couple things. Number one, no more incidents. Frankly, just get an Uber everywhere or carpool with Kirk. I don't care. Just no more driving. He may lose his license anyways, or his privilege to drive in the great state of Minnesota as it is. Number two, address it in a presser, because the media jackals are going to sink their teeth in. They're sharpening their fangs. They want their pound of flesh. So get out in front of the media, have a full-on, answer everything, and then just go from there. And number three, be quiet. I know that young kids nowadays, they love sounding off on social media, and Addison is very active on the Instagram and stuff, but just do the work. Just grind, do the work, and hey, for all of the hype and bluster, let's get paid, all this stuff, and buying a Lambo SUV and getting the speeding ticket. I mean, It's a lot of flaunting for a guy who hasn't done anything yet, and also a guy who was held out of OTAs, a mandatory minicamp, with a minor injury. So be fully healthy. Rookies report tomorrow or today. What day is it? On Sunday. Yeah. So rookies report today, and just doing the work. Just make sure that you are the best player on the field. You're the best in every single drill, and you're giving it your all, man. And 5, do it on the field. Because a lot of fans sort of have a bad taste in their mouth about Addison right now. But hey, if you put up 100 yards against the Bucs, if you go out and put up a couple touchdowns, if you go out and do all these things on the field, people are going to forget real quick. And remember, like Jordan Addison is a bad dude. Like he's a fantastic receiver. I think he's going to be a huge asset in this. And even as a rookie, I think that he will be a significant part of the Vikings going 3 deep again with KJ and JJ. But he's got to do the work. He's got to get right. He's got to get his mind right where hopefully this is a one-off thing, and hopefully it isn't repeated again. And he does have all these amazing resources in Minnesota, whether it be KJ or JJ or McCardle or Chris Carter or whoever. But get your mind right, or I'll get it right for you. Sometimes I miss them. Sometimes. But your thoughts are thoughts. What Jordan Addison needs to do right now to move on from his speeding ticket incident. Let us know your thoughts and our thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support the work? Put a little something in the Venmo. But till next time, Skull Production Value.